Let's see if I still got it. It's been a while. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Pixi again, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Pixi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you have to be doing when you're watching this. Hope you're doing it fabulously and safely and taking care of yourself and your loved ones. And I'm so excited to be back. I know. It's been well over a month. It may almost be 2 months since I last uploaded. You can see my hair is different. I probably have color in my face. Things are really looking up. These days, my life has done a complete 180 since the last time we talked. There's so much to update you about, and this is probably going to be long because I kind of want to do it all in one full swoop. I don't know, I might do like 2 parts, but then like if you do part 1 and part 2, things get lost in the algorithm and then people are confused. So it's either going to be really, really lengthy or kind of choppy. We're going to edit out a lot of, I don't know, unnecessary ums and whatever and likes. But I guess we'll go all the way back to last July because there's a lot of health stuff going on, which is very exciting for me. It's not as scary as it was when it first started. Back in July of 2023, I ended up in the hospital for about 5 days. I had a failing kidney and my kidney was all sorts of backed up. It was very scary. I was still working at the restaurant, and a lot of people already know about this if you follow me on Facebook, and I did brush up on this a little bit, but I never really dove into what was happening, like what the actual diagnosis was. But my kidney was failing, I went into shock, and I had sepsis. And they finally addressed it, but I was at the wrong hospital. My insurance wouldn't cover it, so there was like a pause. They placed a stent in my kidney, which was to open it up so it wouldn't get so backed up, and that's why I'm so prone to kidney infections and UTIs. And so I had a great team of doctors, but then I got the call from my insurance saying that they would not cover any further. Like, they covered the emergency part, but they would not cover any further proceedings. I guess that is the word. I'm very tired. I work today, but I do need to get this video out of the way because, to jump ahead a little bit, my surgery is on April 15th. But I was released after 5 days. I had a stent in my body, and then time went on and I couldn't find a surgeon. And in January, I started not feeling good. Listen to your body. Always listen to your body. I started not feeling good, so I decided to go to the emergency room and through Advent Health. And they were like, you have a kidney infection. They gave me a CAT scan, and they said that my stent from the previous July had shifted and wasn't even doing its job. So on January 25th, I went under anesthesia and had another stent placed in my kidney, and then I had a follow-up. They transferred me to another Advent because ours is, the one local to us is just a standalone emergency room. So they moved me to the closest one they could, and I was there for a couple days with a new stent put in. I was in recovery on January 26th and I came home, but then they got the ball rolling, and this is why I'm smiling about the surgery, because I've had follow-up after follow-up and all these scans. Fast forward to March 6th of this year, obviously. So last month I had a follow-up and I met my surgeon, and he was very pleased with the stent, and he ordered a bunch of scans, including a CT or CAT scan with contrast, and then nuclear medicine with, I think it was also with contrast. And he was going to order a scope, but then when you look back on my records from July, they saw that that surgeon had already done a scope while I was under when the first stent was placed. And he said if my kidney was functioning over 15%, that he was going to repair it. And so if like it had shifted in July, my left kidney was functioning at 26% and my right was functioning at 74%, so it was over double time. So he was like, if it changed and it's below 15%, we're going to do a removal, which is called nephroscopy. I can never pronounce it. Nephros something, but it's just a kidney removal. And he said, if it's above 15%, then I'm going to go and repair it because you're too young. I'm 38 years old. You're too young to lose it if you don't have to. So after the nuclear medicine scan and the CAT scan, he saw the function of my kidney and he was very pleased. It has not shifted. It's not gaining any, but it was still at 26%. So as of April 15th, I am going to go in and they're going to fix it. So I will not have a stent anymore, and they're going to repair the scar tissue on my ureter. That means like that's why the bad stuff that your kidney filters out got backed up in my system, and that's why I went into shock last year. So it was very scary, but we're making progress, and I'm so excited to be pain-free and have quality of life. I go in for my blood work tomorrow, and yeah, Sunday night I will be packing and prepping. So that leads me up to March. I applied for a job at St. Vincent de Paul thrift store, which I think are pretty much nationwide. We're gonna drink for that. I wanted to get out of the restaurant industry, and I know, like, you should know by now if you're a longtime follower, I love thrifting. Let me tell you how dangerous it is to work in a thrift store. But I feel like I kind of manifested the job because I wanted to be in retail. I get to play with clothes all day, and yes, I get to see all the stuff before it hits the floor, and I can set it aside and buy it with my discount. It's really fun. Everybody's so nice, and it's just so much fun to put stuff away and interact with people and just see all the cute and unique things that we get donated to us. And I like that it gives back to the community. And right before this happened, Panda and I, if you remember him, we did break up. I have no ill will against him. We just were not working together, and like, you know, I wish him the best. I have no negative thoughts about him, but we did split. We have moved on, and later I started talking to somebody I'd known for over 15 years. His name is TJ, and we've really been hitting it off. And even though, you know, I'm sure a lot of people were like, well, that was fast, but I really don't care. 15 years of history just from like being in this small town. He does not live here. He lives up in Jacksonville, so I'm in Central Florida in that area, and he's just a great guy, and we vibe really well together. So we have been talking about me actually moving, and I know I just got this job. I started in March 22nd, and before that it was St. Patrick's Day weekend. TJ took me up to some races, and we camped out a little bit, and I met a bunch of his friends. And then on St. Patrick's Day, we drove back up to Jacksonville, or the night before. So we were there for St. Patrick's Day, and I won who can wear the most green contest at a bar that he likes to go to. So that was a lot of fun, and I've just been able to just like explore the town with him. And to be honest, I've been in the town I'm in for my entire life, and I'm kind of over it. Like, it's just a personal thing. It's nothing against the people that are here. I think just like as I'm growing older and all these changes are happening in my life, that it's time to move on and for me to actually like explore something else. When we were at the races, I actually got to sit in one of my dream cars, which is a Saturn Sky Redline Turbo, and it's all because of TJ, because we were just going down the strip towards like where all the vendors and all the fun stuff was, and he was like, he rolled down his window and he was like, hey, my girl like loves your car, and they pulled over and let me sit in it, and it was so much fun just to experience something like that. Working on my car a lot more, so like I can get my car back on the road. I did have to replace the battery. I had to replace a tire, but it's just like progress because I do have an older car, and it's just nice that I can accomplish my goals, and TJ encourages me to. And with us being long distance, we're about 2.5 hours apart. It doesn't really affect, like, I can still do the adult things I need to do to get my life back on track, and then like we'll eventually move in together, and it's gonna be great, and I love it. I will be sad to see my house go. I do plan on doing a tour, even though it's gonna be kind of messy. I have been in this house for over 7 years, or I'm pushing 7 years, I think. So I do have a lot of memories here. I made this house into my art house the way I wanted it to be. So it'll be interesting to merge lives. Like this room will obviously go with me. It'll just be a little bit different the way the house is laid out, and I move in with him. But I will still be able to express myself freely. Like he's like, just decorate or whatever, do what you gotta do. And yeah, it'll be interesting merging all of our animals together. But I'm really excited for like the next chapter of my life. I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about like the health stuff, I could do like a major thing, like what's going on, and I could actually break down what uteropelvic junction obstruction is and polycystic kidney disease is. I forgot to mention that the surgeon is actually going to go and drain some of the cysts. Even though they may come back, it'll still just be a part of my life because a lot of those fluid-filled sacs still just come back. He just has to make sure that they're benign. All my other organs are fine, and hopefully I could be pain-free and take myself off some of these prescriptions I've been on for years now. And I'm super excited about where things are going. So pretty much the only thing that's going to change is, well, anytime soon. My lease is up here in July. I'm month to month, and I still have a great roommate, but it's just time for me to let go and move on because it's time for new memories and new experiences. So yay, that was actually faster than I thought it would be, but I feel like I'm just missing so many details. But I kind of just didn't want it to be a 45-minute update because, you know, life changes are huge, but maybe we can just talk about them in the comments if you're like, wow, like this is insane. I feel like I've also been more in touch with myself and others spiritually, like not to be cheesy or anything. Like, I've been practicing on my altar. I even like, I'm kind of both, if that makes sense, because I was raised Methodist and I went back to church for the first time since my mom passed with TJ at his church on Easter, and everybody was so nice and welcoming. I didn't feel pressured. I didn't feel like angry too much. I was like, it's time just to like accept it. I'm still doing like my meditations and like my own like energy yoga, stuff like that. So like I've just kind of been more in touch with what I actually want. And I feel like the negative things that were in my life before have just kind of like weeded themselves out, whether they're people or events or jobs or like things from my past have not resurfaced. So it's really good to just be like back in touch with myself. I'm not making as much money as I was, but my happiness and my health and my like mental health and emotional stability is more important to me than being completely rich. I would rather be happy and poor than rich and miserable. But yeah, even if I do move, or when I move, obviously I'm going to eventually, I already love my Thrift family. Everybody's so great. They love me. Like I said, I get to interact with these people and everybody's like mostly nice. I mean, you still get the people who just want to make a deal or they think it's too expensive, but I'm like, it's a thrift store, like relax, like you can't really haggle. I mean, you're still gonna have your negative stuff with like the good stuff. So it's just like work is work. It is kind of, it's heavy work. Like I'm moving carts full of clothes and tagging and putting all the clothes away, and those hangers get heavy and it's dirty, you know, but it's just so rewarding to know that like the proceeds go to a good cause, and it's just very community and neighborly, and I really love it. And I don't know why I didn't try sooner, but you know, like once you're stuck in a rut, i.e. for me, restaurants, you kind of just, because I did the restaurants for 25 years, like since my first job. And I'll also mention that TJ got me a promise ring. It's this one right here. Let's focus. That one right there. And the music notes were from Mom. But yeah, he gave me a promise ring, and I gave him one too. So you may meet him eventually. But yeah. Let me tell you why working in a thrift store is dangerous. Oh, and we're also going to talk about like transferring possibly to a St. Vincent de Paul up there when I do move, because I think it's 10 minutes or 10 miles or something from the area that I'm going to be in. So that's awesome if they would do transfers. It is a corporate retail thrift store, but it's also partially not for profit. So like, they do give back to families in need and such, and it's just amazing to be a part of that. So since I've worked there, hasn't even been a month yet. No, like I said, the 22nd. So it hasn't even been a month yet, and I've already done some shopping, which is bad. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my dad gave me his Disney cast member ring for Christmas, and I wanted it on a chain because it's too big, so I found a little thin gold chain, but unfortunately it broke. But then I found another gold chain and we're fine. So it was nice to put this on my neck, and I wear it all the time, or I try to remember to. A funny story is that I actually got a comment from a customer, and he's like, is that a Disney cast member ring? And we talked about it, and I was like, yes, this was my daddy's, and he worked there for 35 years, and he was like, yeah, I'm approaching 38, what's your dad's name? And he thinks he remembers him. So I was like, small world, that's really cool. And we just chatted about Disney while I like rang him up and stuff, and yeah, it's just a fun place to work, and I feel just so at home and so at ease. Even when it gets stressful, I'm just happy when I get home from work, even though I'm tired and dirty, because the thrift store's dusty and there's clothes and, you know, old appliances and stuff. But it's just so much fun, and it feels so rewarding. I'm going to say that a lot because I feel so happy. And why does the word enlightened come to mind? But I mean, it is amazing how rapidly everything changed. I did have a roommate move out as well, and you know, my roommate's very chill. Let's rewind a little bit to the surgery. On Sunday, TJ will be here, and he's going to stay the night here, and then I'm going to finish packing, and then I have to be at the hospital at 11:30, and then my surgery is at 1 or around 1 p.m. And from there, once I'm released, which could be anywhere from the next day to 3 days later, I will be recovering with TJ for 2 weeks in Jacksonville. I'm going to try to vlog a little bit about my recovery, nothing ooey gooey and gory, in case anybody is queasy about that. It's only going to be a couple sutures like down my torso. It's all robotic. It's amazing. But yeah, I have 2 weeks off from work, and then when I come back, I will be on light duty for 2 more weeks at my job. So nothing over, I think they said, a gallon of milk. So I have friends and family coming out of the woodwork and proving their true friendship to me to help me out with anything I need. And I'm so eternally grateful. So let's go back to my thrift haul. This is just a collective haul of all the stuff I bought that I should not have. But I cannot resist because, like I said, we do get the fun stuff. We get first dibs and we get a discount. It's amazing. So I bought one of the junk jewelry bags, and this will probably be a separate video, maybe when I'm in recovery and I cannot, like, if I can't do much, I can at least record, right? Because, yeah, it doesn't take much movement. But I haven't gone through this yet, and maybe I can find some crafty things in here. I did add this one to the bag because there was like multiples of these. It's a little hummingbird pin. I'm going to put it on a flannel that I'm modifying in honor of Mom with one of her t-shirts and some bird patches. So she loved birds, so I saw that. There's another pin that if it doesn't sell, it's like a little bird house. I want to buy that for the flannel as well. And I'm going to be sewing that while I'm on bed rest. And then I got all these vintage threads. I could not resist, of course. Most of you know I'm a seamstress and a hobbyist. So some of these are so old, like they have the little gold trim on the spools. And some are barely used, and they're all colors. Like, look at that turquoise. It is so pretty. Yeah, $4.89. Like, our prices aren't bad, even before my discount, for this whole bag of thread. I am so happy. Goodwill who? I'm sorry. But, yes, couldn't resist the sewing stuff. And then I got these. They're not going to straighten out. Crinkle, crinkle. I'm just going to open them. I mean, they were cheap enough. Anyway, they were $1.97, but these cute mini earrings with the bows and the little ears are glittery. No, they're not glittery. I thought they were, but they have little pink rhinestones, the bows, and the turquoise mini head. And love me some Disney. And today, yeah, I'm kind of going out of order. Today I found this, and my boss was like, what is that? I'm like, it's a prism. It's a rainbow catcher. Found one of these because I have the moon one right here from Luna. And I was like, oh, I have to. I get to go through all the jewelry before I put them in the display cases, which is one of my favorite things to do at the store. But it does have a knot in the chain, but once it's hung, you won't be able to tell. But yeah, you can get these on Amazon, but he took his phone when he was ringing me up and he was using his flashlight. He's like, I can kind of see it. I was like, yeah, these are cool. So I don't know if I'm going to put that in my car yet. or if I'm going to hang it on my porch, well, I'll be moving. So, yeah, I'm trying to hang it, but it's really long. Anyway. And then this necklace was broken, so they just gave me the beads. They're like, my boss, one of my other bosses was like, Sarah's crafty, so they stapled it shut and said, put Sarah's beads on it. They just gave these to me because they're like, here, we're not going to sell these, because it was like a broken beaded necklace. They're just like these ceramic beads, so I'm going to figure out something to do with those, like hand painted. They're really cute. Haven't even gone through all of them. They were just like, here, take these. And then today I also got these earrings. They are super cute. I guess they're metal, but they're powder coated. But I was like, these are so cute, and I love big earrings. So these little flower earrings, and they just have the standard post on them. But look how big those are. Oh, I love them. Yes. Like, I need more earrings. I do not. And my old reading glasses are scratched, so I got this one, this pair. But it came with a cute little case. It just says love with roses on it. And I asked my coworkers, like, which ones do you like better? There were some rimless frames, and they were like, nope, not those. And I tried these on, and they were like, those are the ones. I don't know what the magnification is on these. It's enough. And they're Foster Grants, so whatever. I mean, I don't care about the brand as long as they weren't scratched. And it looks like they were never used, because I held them up to the light, and they're pretty good. So, yay. New reading glasses. I needed those. And then I found this little cast member keychain. You can tell it's vintage. So, of course, anything Disney. I'm not buying the big stuff because I know I have to move, and I have boxes and boxes of cast member stuff and the stuff I bought at the park. So I'm like taking a step back from Disney. My bank account was also kind of messed up before, so I know that like when I go back, I'm going to owe a couple payments on my pass. So I need to figure that out because, like I said, I was kind of unemployed for a little bit. But this says the basics. It's almost like a reminder, like manifesto of being a cast member. And these stay true. Even when I worked at Disney maybe 2 years ago now, these are still the standards in which that you are a cast member. I project a positive image and energy. I am courteous and respectful to all guests, including children. Okay, like, why wouldn't you be courteous to children? I stay in character and play the part. I go above and beyond. And at the bottom, in quotes, it says, I can make a difference for a guest. And it's just something you should do at any job, honestly, if you're interacting with people and guests and customers. So it's basically like what I do at the thrift store, too. Even when somebody has an attitude with me, I'm just like, okay, have a nice day. Have a magical day, is what we said at Disney. And that's usually like, you're a jerk. Bye. Or this customer is special, or they need to, yeah, it's, you know. And then today I got a batch of watches to go through and put in the glass case, and I was like, I'm not really a watch person. I haven't worn one in forever. But when I saw this one, it spoke to me. I probably need a couple links taken out of it, and I don't know, sometimes I get sensory issues and it's pretty heavy, but I'm going to try to train myself to wear a watch again, because look at this one. It is oil slick rainbow. It is so gorgeous. I'll just have to take it to a jeweler. I'll have to take it to a jeweler and have them take a link out and put a battery in it, but it's just so pretty. Look at me growing up, getting an adult watch. But it's only a little loose on me. It's really pretty. I think it's cute, and maybe I can get over like my sensory issues or whatever is going on. Because sometimes even when I wear a bracelet or a hair tie, I'm just like, nope, I don't like this. But we'll take it to a jeweler. I'll get used to it. And then I found this brooch a couple days ago, maybe a couple shifts ago, and I kept looking at it even though it's missing its middle stone. I just wanted to grab it, so I finally did. It's just this little flower, and yeah, the middle one is missing, but up close you can notice it. But like back here, you can't. Excuse me. So there's that. I'll probably add that to the flannel I'm working on for Mom, and well, in honor of Mom. But yeah, it's super pretty. Sparkles. And as for clothes, I've only gotten a couple pieces, but It's me. That's what I do. This one is a large, but we're going for like boho chic anyway. I got this cute crochet, like oversized vest. Just say it's vintage Charlotte Russe because, let's face it, Charlotte Russe was the 90s, wasn't it? So, Charlotte Russe, large, and like I said, it's just a vest, but it has this cool little fringe that's in great condition. So I picked that out. We will try that on. And then I got this dress, which is Urban Outfitters. I can't remember what the pink tag was because it just had the barb on it. Whatever Miss Lisa rang me up as, but it's this velvet mini dress. TJ said it reminded him of like the 20s, but it's velvet and it has like the stretchy back. And I love the fact that it's Urban Outfitters. This probably would have been like a $60 dress or something back in the day. And it has their old school tag. So I really appreciate that. I can't wear it because my surgery is Monday. I will have to wear loose clothing. But till then, courage. She will be worn by me someday. This is one of the first things I did buy from my thrift store. I get to say my thrift store. It's so much fun. Ugh, I love it. It's a Rue 21 top, which I loved it when we had a Rue 21 in town. We do not anymore, RIP. But the other cashier was like, you would look really cute in this. And it's just this little celestial crop top. I think it's super cute. I kept going back to it on the rack and she's like, just get it. You're going to look like a knockout in it. So I did, and it has like the thin elastic straps. So yes. And that's a moment for me. I don't think I really have many celestial things in my wardrobe. And another one of the things I got my tire replaced, and the cheapest tire I found in town for my car was right next to my work, and I was like, well, that was meant to be, so I could pass the time and bother them. And they're like, careful, if you come in here on your day off, we're going to put you to work. And I was like, I'm just getting my tire changed. But I got this Hot Topic skirt. It's a skater skirt. It says $9.99, but with my discount, whatever that was. So I think that's the newer Hot Topic tag, but it's still cute. It has the chains going around and the belt loops. So I couldn't resist. I kept walking by it, just like that celestial top, and I was like, I'm just going to buy it. I also got a painting. I'll put it over my face. I bought that, well, the same day. While I was waiting for my tire because it was a Friday. Somehow I had a Friday off and the tire was taking forever, but at least they got me in and now I have a new tire. Spent money and then spent more money, but... And we only have a couple items left. I found this. I was actually tagging this. This is my new Renaissance shirt because look at these sleeves. Look at these sleeves and look at this neck. This is a cute, perfect, like, it's a peplum, but I think it's a cute, perfect, like, peasant shirt. I might tea dye it just to make it look aged, but, and it's got a good length, so I feel like this would look great with an underbust corset and some leggings and boots for next Renaissance season, or this coming Renaissance season later in the fall. This was $5.67 and whatever 25% is off that. So, is there a brand on this one? I didn't even look. No brand, but it's mine. And then I also tagged this one and the next one, and these are the last items that I've thrifted at my job so far and spent money just to give it right back to them. I saw this Disney shirt, and first I just saw the front, and of course everybody knows the iconic castle, but it's not the iconic castle from California or Florida. I saw the tag, which also caught my eye. It is the Disney Shanghai castle. And this was 169 yen. And it's the grand opening t-shirt. And the back says opening team, and I love it. It's never worn Shanghai Disneyland shirt, so like yes, 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 I love it. And the last thing I got is part of my namesake on my YouTube channel. I found and tagged. And I don't make the prices either, so like I'm willing to pay the prices that the warehouse and production team put on them. All of our prices are the same unless it's new with tags, but whatever. If you have a St. Vincent de Paul thrift store, like go check it out if you haven't yet. I got this sparkly oil slick. I guess oil slick is the theme, like with the watch. But it has shoulder pads. It's from Divided. It's a medium. I don't know if I'm going to cut the shoulder pads out yet, but we will try that on as well. It's just, I love sequins, in case you haven't noticed. But anyways, oh, I dropped one. I actually bought this today. I can't believe I forgot about it. But we all know I like sparklies, and I collect the rhinestone vintage necklaces, like chokers. So when I find one, I snatch it up. I love these so much, and this is where the pile today at work started, was this necklace right here. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get it because I'll regret it. And this was $3.99 before my discount, but look at that vintage clasp. I'm in love with it so much, and yeah, we're just gonna wear it when there's no occasion, because you should wear what makes you happy. So I think that's it. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments. Hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on my Facebook or whatever, wherever. I'm happy to be back, but then I'm not going to upload for a while because I will be in surgery recovery. I will be laid up, bed rest, taking it easy, etc. But I'm getting back into the swing of things, so hopefully the surgery is actually going to make me better. No more hospital stays. No more like really heavy pain pills. Like I'm over it. I'm so ready for quality of life. People have asked me if I would rather have removal or reconstruction, and I was like, if the recovery time is the same, I just want quality of life at this point. I just want to live and not be in pain constantly. I have bouts of like vomiting and hospital stays and infections, and I'm just over it. Random fevers, crying because I'm in pain. You know, like I'm done. Hopefully this is it. I'm ready to live my life, finally, pain-free. Fingers crossed. All the prayers and thoughts and candles and salt over your shoulder, like whatever people do, fingers crossed, knock on wood. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. Thank you for everybody who's stuck around. I know I waited way too long, but like I said, like when you have all these life changes happening, your YouTube channel might be the last thing on your mind, but it was a well-deserved update. You guys deserve to know what's going on, all of my followers. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the hours watched, all the comments, all the people reaching out on my Facebook, because I'm so excited for the next chapter of my life. And as I always say, if you look in the mirror in the morning and you smile, that's the whole point. You should wear whatever makes you happy, no matter what other people think, as long as it's not harming anybody. And I hope you're taking care of yourself. I love you so much. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye. Love you. See you out. Bye. Love you. 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 Bye.